Welcome to Lightworker News and Affirmations. This is our July 2025 month ahead report, so settle in and let's get into it. First, I'd like to describe to you the energy that I am picking up for this month ahead without any cards, and then we'll do a spread in a little bit, okay, my darlings? So, first things first, we're stepping into a month where you are going to have to understand self-identification in tandem with being humble yet confident. So it's finding clarity in who you are as a person. By the end of the month, you're going to have a much better understanding of how to write the autobiography of who you are. And at the same time, you're not going to be able to brag about it. You have to stand in the truth of who you know you are this month. And it's not so much about proving it to anyone. It's not so much about bragging about it to prove it to anyone. It's not about giving facts and figures and proof to people about why you deserve to be respected. Like none of that. None of this energy for July is proving yourself energy. The month of July is pure embodiment. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Just embody your truth and you'll be unshakable. You will be unshakable. There's going to be a little bit of a newness as you come into this clarity of who you are, what you're brought here to do, etc. That's going to be downloading for you, or rather it's an emergence. So it's clarifying for you over this next month. You're going to notice that because it's so new, it would be nice to get some validation. You know, it would be nice to get some validation for some people to tell you, wow, it's true. You are this great. Wow, it's true. This is your purpose. Wow, it's true. That would be so nice. Because when something new is happening, it's nice to get that validation. It's nice to get that confirmation. So we know that it's not just in our heads, but I need you to be careful of that this month. This month, the reflection of yourself that you see in others' eyes is dishonest. Going outside of yourself for confirmation or validation on who you are or what your purpose is not recommended. That is not advisable in this energy. You are the only one who can receive your downloads, who is understanding this unveiling that's happening inside of you. You are the only one who can see it, feel it, and understand it. If you go to anyone outside of you I'm just going to say, you go to anyone outside of you to validate or confirm that, it's going to be not satisfying. It's not going to be satisfying. It's not going to give you what you think it's going to give you because they cannot see and feel what you can see and feel. This is truly an inside job of embodiment. Come the end of August, you will find that if you take my advice and you keep it in your body rather than needing other people to prove to you that it's already in your body, nor needing to prove to others that it is in your body, just simply being who you are in this new clarity, being embodied within that energy and letting it be without needing to prove anything or needing anyone to prove anything or validate that for you. Then you will find come end of August, people are going to start coming around to you and being like, oh my God, you're this, you're that. People are going to start coming around to you. Oh my God, you're this, you're that. What? You're that? Oh, you're this? I didn't notice. Wow, look at this. So I'm not saying you will never be appreciated ever again, but whereas it's going to take you every week, you're stepping deeper into an understanding of what you're brought on this earth to do, what you incarnated for. And throughout the rest of this month as well, that's going to continue to reiterate and iterate for you inside yourself and your self-identification. Know that people are not going to fucking see it until 2 months later. This means that this month is your dress rehearsal. No one's watching you. No one's watching you, and no one really cares what you're doing in July. Everyone is dealing with a major inside job redo. Like a nose job, they cut parts of the nose off, they reshape it, and they do a new thing. Yeah, it's a soul job, a self-identification job this month. People are getting a different or greater understanding of who they are, of what they incarnated to do. If you already have a spiritual practice, if you already participate in personal growth work, if you already pray, if you already are a light worker, if you already are on my coaching videos, then this is going to feel kind of natural for you to keep your juicy stuff to yourself and wait for people to acknowledge it on their own without trying to bait them to validate or acknowledge you. Just understand that when it's time for them to notice your greatness, they will. You do not need to go out of your way to have them notice that. And if you do, it's going to work against you. Nobody cares. Like, you can do almost whatever you want in July in terms of what you choose for your personal self and your personal life, especially single people. You're going to have new dreams, epiphanies, things that you want to do in the world. The impact that you want to have on the world is clarifying in your mind's eye. And what happens when this clarifies in your mind's eye is the passion activates, and the passion serves as energetic motivation. And so for the next 10 days ahead, July 3rd to the 13th, you're going to feel the motor is going and your batteries are charging up. You're going to feel increased levels of motivation. Remember, my warning to you is do not go to other people to validate this motivation. Do not go to other people to confirm this motivation. Hey, I'm feeling motivated. Does this make sense? Don't you dare. July is not the month to need a clear reflection of who you are from other people. July is not the month for that. July is not the month for that because they can't fucking see who you are. No offense. You can't see who they are either. This is why you can't go to people outside of you for validation and confirmation when you could be very well going to the wrong people because you can't see who they really are in July. It's not just that they can't see who you really are. You can't see them either. This week alone, in these next 10 days, we have new characters entering into our life. Hot new bombshells entering the villa of our life in these next 10 days and also in the last 7 days. My 10-day ahead report, I do advise that you guys watch that because that's going to cover the energy up to Monday of this weekend. And it's important that you keep in mind that these energies do overlap from the old readings to the current reading. Okay. This is not about trust, like not trusting other people. It's more about not trusting yourself, not trusting your eyes, not trusting what you see when it comes to you deciding who is what. When it comes to you creating identities and definitions for people and who they are, when it comes to you looking at people and deciding who they are, when it comes to you and really kind of judging people and who they are and deciding who they are and defining who they are, you're going to be wrong. You're going to be wrong in July. And they're going to be wrong about you too. And this is a recalibration. You just watched it? I'm so happy to read that. This is a recalibration of energies now, a recalibration of independence, right on time with Independence Day, the birthday of America. Every single person in humanity is gaining a next level of independence in their self. We no longer need to go to people to prove it's right. We no longer need people to come to us to prove it's right. We no longer are needed by others to prove that things are right because everyone is gaining their compass of divine truth inside their self. And so before you can start to really trust this compass of truth that is activating and downloading and emerging inside of yourself by God, where you get your direction from is changing. Before, you used to look at the things that everyone else was doing. You used to tap into the collective. You used to look at the environment. You used to look at the people. You used to ask people questions. You used to data collect from people. And then you would make up your mind based on the information you got from outside of you. And now it's like the opposite. It's almost like for July, it's like despite what you see, you must follow your inner truth. Now, I'm not saying if you see traffic, walk into it because your inner truth says to walk into traffic. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying do something dangerous with your body. I still want you guys to be fucking smart and use your eyes to identify danger so that you can avoid it. As well, what your inner truth will also do is steer you away from danger if you are in a healthy, mentally healthy place. Some people, and maybe someone might come upon this video who's not in my regular coaching videos, just know some people have actual brain damage and mental handicaps that prevent them from being able to process life in a way that's healthy for them. These people do not need these light codes. So like if somehow this video is coming upon someone with a mental handicap, brain damage, or some kind of like massive mental illness, yeah, this is not a reading for those kind of people. Because people who are already off and have demonic entity attachments and don't understand right from wrong, people who don't understand good from bad, right from wrong, people who don't understand danger from safety, those are people with mental handicaps and brain damage that the demons have gotten onto them so much that they can't even see a way to be in the light. And so they will do things that are destructive for themselves and others because they have no sight. So keep that in mind. This advice is still not for everyone. This is the Lightworker session. Okay. I can trust that you guys know the difference between good and bad, right and wrong. So that when I say you can really do whatever you want in your internal process this month, because no one's monitoring you, no one's watching you. I intend for you to always move in alignment with your well-being, to your benefit and in your favor, for the good of all and to your benefit and in your favor. Okay. Okay. Just had to be clear, because I know saying do whatever you want could be taken the wrong way by someone who has brain damage. So now that we know this is not a brain damage video for brain damaged people, we're all on the same page. Okay. 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 This is going to be hard for codependent people. Codependent people are everywhere. Codependent people are really everywhere. And they treat you like your actions are for them, and they will try and control you, manipulate you, and make you feel bad about your sovereign choices, because they're going to pretend that your sovereign choices have a negative impact on them. Codependent people want to hold you back from your growth and evolution, because your growth and evolution means for them that they are low vibrational and unevolved. So the higher you go, the more the codependent people in your life who are monitoring you are going to feel bad about themselves. And what these codependent people tend to do is they tend to try and make you feel bad for making them feel bad about themselves. But remember, they chose to feel bad about themselves because you are taking your life forward. Okay? People feeling bad. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that. People feeling bad because you are doing good, because you are moving on, because you are evolving, because you are getting healthier, because you are growing. That's an entity. That's a demonic entity. And ultimately, codependency is demonic entity attachment. It's obvious the differences between me and you. If I choose to follow the life of my dreams and the life of my dreams doesn't have anything to do with you, for you to then say that that hurts you is retarded, is what a demon would do. What do you mean? I'm not punching you in the face. I'm not stabbing you with a knife. I'm not kicking you in the chest. I'm not taking anything away from you. I'm just continuing to follow the life of my dreams, especially people who aren't even in your fucking life. I'm warning you. People are going to act like your growth is against them when they weren't even in your life, and yet they're going to try and trick you into thinking that you should feel guilty about your growth because it makes them feel bad. Oh, I hope this warning is clear. They're trying to hitchhike onto your growth. These are demonically entity possessed people, codependent people. They want to hitchhike onto your growth. They want to make you slow down your growth and motivation to let them hop on your back. They want to trick you into thinking somehow they're attached to you. They want to trick you into thinking somehow you manifesting the life of your dreams should have something to do with them. Be warned. Heed this warning. Codependency will be at an all-time high, and you will unfortunately or fortunately have to rebuke it in the name of Jesus or your favorite archangels, my darlings. Because this is the time of people understanding that hitchhiking onto other people's destiny, grabbing onto other people's backs to drag them into hell to prevent them from moving forward isn't possible anymore. We're in an energy of redemption. People are entering into their next lives. People, high vibrating light worker people who actually fucking care about the quality of their energy, they're graduating and they're entering into their next lives. So light workers are leaving entire legions of demonic people behind. So depending on how much space you have held for codependent demonic people in your social life or in your community will determine how much pushback there is going to be on your growth. If you are realizing that everyone in your life is fucking codependent with you, baby, you better start walking back now. You're walking into the life of your dreams and backing up away from those codependent people. Because these codependent people are going to expose themselves when they try and make you feel bad for doing well. When they try and make you feel like you're doing something wrong because you're doing better than them. Or even worse, when they try and make you feel like you should be doing stuff for them because you're doing better than them. when they are a grown-up and you are not their parent. Or, you know, I get it if you were like their nurse or their assistant, like they were paying you to do stuff for them, and then, you know, you got to do your job. But that's not what I'm talking about. You got to be careful of adults manipulating you this month, manipulating you into going back into hell because they don't want you to leave them behind. Just tell them, find Jesus, honey. You don't want me to leave you behind? Find Jesus. Pray. You don't want me to leave you behind? Start praying, start meditating, find Jesus, and you can take the path that I am taking. Stop abusing people. Stop blaming people for moving on with their lives, and stop being codependent. And then you can follow me in the path of living the life of your dreams. But you can't hitchhike and you can't steal my destiny. Oh, you're doing so much better now. Oh, well, you're not cool enough for us. Oh. No, y'all are not spiritual enough for me. There's no Jesus in this group of friends here. I don't want to be here. You guys don't believe in God. You guys don't do godly things. I judge you. I don't want to be with you. And so the medicine here is when codependent people don't take your no for an answer, you need to turn around and judge them out loud. I judge you for your evil. I judge you. Your energy is not welcome around me. Find Jesus and maybe we can talk again. You have to. You have to be able to set these boundaries with people who are evil presences in your life. You have to. And you can still give them a word and give them the code. You still can do that. Hey, I found this by finding Jesus. I found this through meditation. I found this through watching these videos. Sure, give them a little help, but not actual help. Just let them know, oh yeah, find some Jesus. Go get baptized. Go do some research about codependency. You're obviously codependent, and that's more reason why you're unhealthy and toxic in my life. And you might not see it, but I see it. And this is the last time that we are going to be speaking. Like, you don't have to treat codependent adults like little baby toddlers. Oh no, I'm so sorry that I'm following my dreams and now you feel like a piece of shit because my life is good and yours isn't looking good. But just keep in mind, you probably feel like a piece of shit because you're always talking shit about people in a low vibration and codependent with demons all over you. So it's like, who chooses the demons? If you're over the age of 18, you choose the demons. If you have demons in your body, you can feel their influence and you can feel the influence of God inside of you. And all of July is people finding that internal compass. Are they going to go with their demons, or are they going to go with the activated compass of God inside of them? We can feel the activated compass of God inside of us, and we are moving forward. And I hope that this message could motivate you and give you the passion, fire, and power, spiritual firepower, to defend your right to continue to elevate and evolve and align with your highest good and your highest potential reality. It's your birthright. It really is. And I don't want you to be afraid of being harsh with people who are demonic. They're trying to make you feel bad. They're demonic. If you didn't punch them in the face and they're acting like you did, they're demonic. If you're just making your life better and it has nothing to do with them and they're trying to make you feel bad about it, they're demonic. And it's sad because they might be your friends and family and community members. So tell them, I hope you find Jesus. I hope you start praying. I hope you start meditating. I hope you go Google what shadow work is. I hope you Google where to get baptized. I hope you Google codependency. And you say that as you're crop dusting them and moving them away from them. This is not an energy of, actually, let me say what this is an energy of. This is an energy of walking away in July, okay? It's an energy of walking away. It's not an energy of fighting. It's not an energy of defending. It's not an energy of proving. It's an energy of moving forward and away from that which doesn't resonate. Whew. Okay? Over and over again, walking away, walking away. And what are you walking towards? It's the life of your dreams, as so guided by your internal compass that is activating within you, in your spirit, which is your soul's connection to God. Okay. I feel that it's important for me to tell you to protect your energy, protect your integrity. I'm telling you that as you elevate, the people around you who are demonic will begin exposing themselves to you, trying to manipulate you and make you feel bad for growing. Do not fall for it. Okay, it's time for the reading. This is for the month ahead, July 2025. I have a mood challenge solution spread. Let's get into it. Okay, so the mood is activation, empowerment, and profound life changes and shifts where people are kicked out of your life, you being literally moved into a new reality. The challenge is not letting impoverished people who are on the same path as you like latch on to you, and understanding what your true mission statement is and why you are not willing to allow toxic energy in your life. That's the challenge. And the solution is what we'll get to at the end. Okay, so let's get into this. For the mood, we got the Sun card, clarified by the Tower card, clarified by a change in the wind. So the mood is a really clear energy, okay? We are feeling motivated, activated, inspired. We are feeling guided by God. And because we're naked baby, we don't even necessarily know exactly where we're going, yet we know the exact direction that we need to go. And it feels very benevolent. So that's wonderful. That's the guiding energy, the mood of the month. But when we get more into the detail, we understand that the lightning hitting the crown is divine inspiration of God hitting your mind, making you realize things, causing you to purge non-resident energies out of your life, out of your home, out of your timeline. Clarified by a change in the wind. God is literally moving you into a new reality this month. This was always a part of your journey. This was always meant to happen. Look at that compass. God is the zebra in this card, okay? And you are in this little pergola. You don't choose where it's going. There's no steering wheel, okay? You're along for the ride. I repeat, you are along for the ride with a smile on your face, naked baby. Yay, I'm free. Going commando. But understand that there is this underlying harshness that is expulsion, expelling people out of your life or firing people out of your life. But it's not you that does it, it's God. It's like, you're like, oh my God, my house is falling. Let me go down the emergency exit. And then like you get to the ground floor and like you see people choosing to jump out of the building and kill themselves when they could have just taken the emergency exit. So you're going to be like, oh my God, look what these people are doing. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. So when you start making choices that are aligning you with this change that's in the wind, and other people can't seem to handle it and start like self-sabotaging, that's not your fault. God's doing that to them. This is something that's above you. Next, the challenge. So we get this card of these two impoverished, handicapped people. They're not holding hands. They're not supporting one another. They are just on the same path. They are both starving. They are both hungry. They are both impoverished. And they finally are making it to sanctuary, to the church. And they look at the church lights. They look up at the stained glass and they realize hope at last. I can't give up, even though I'm tired. I can't give up because I'm so close to my sanctuary where I'll finally be able to rest, to have a warm meal, and to feel nurtured once more. That's the challenge, is everybody's feeling this. Everyone's feeling like they're at their wits' end and that they have to kind of be independent in getting themselves into this next chapter. Clarified by the Devil card. So then when we see the Devil card after this card, it's like letting you know it's going to be hard for you to not get codependently attached to, whether it is through addictions, sex, or other manipulative tactics of others by demons, by the devil. You are not supposed to attach to the medicine. You are not supposed to attach to the people who are on the path with you. You are not supposed to stop along the path. You do have to keep going forward. And it's not going to be easy because you're going to want to stop and help the demons. We see that there's a bit of an identity crisis here. This is saying, why are you here? Why are you even doing what you're doing? Why are your dreams even what they are? Where did your dreams come from? Do you remember why you set off on this path? Because this is where the turmoil is going to exist. Being on like the last leg of a challenging journey and contemplating emotionally bonding and signing a contract with the struggle because you have forgotten what you came here for. So when you find yourself wondering this month if you're stepping into any unhealthy energy, or if you're feeling any quality of impoverished or starving or handicapped physically in this energy, understand that the undercurrent is self-identity, mission statement, the purpose. Why do you do what you do? Why do you like what you like? Why are you motivated in this way? What's it coming from? And why is it so hard for you to tap into that? You're going to be dealing with that. And I feel like I was talking about identity at the beginning of this session, just with the light codes. And in the message about identity, it was absolutely talking about how this is not about you proving to other people why you're here. This is not about you convincing other people why you're here. And it seems to be that you're just not totally sure why you're here. But at least, let's look back at the mood. God is still moving you. At least you're still motivated and getting moved, and people are being moved out of your life and you're being moved away from people. That's great. That's wonderful. But I get how when you're getting moved away from people, you might feel like you want to double attach to them or to the addictions associated with them. So try your best to remember your integrity, why you're here, what you're here for, rather than getting into the old addictions of the past. And the solution. In the solution, these two tarot cards came out at the same time, so it's like a combo message. We got the Four of Wands, which is an energy of feeling safe in your home and truly at peace and appreciating everything that you have, all the decisions that you've made, in the life that you've manifested for yourself, in the family you have around you, in the love that you have around you, and the support that is around you. Allowing yourself to settle and meditate in that gratitude, and to settle and meditate in that feeling of safety with gratitude, feeling peace in all that you have, and allowing that peace to prepare you for action. Before you can stand up and act and like go to war, before he goes to war, he actually is laying on a grave, an empty, excuse me, not a grave. What's the case that they put the dead body in? Casket. He's laying on the casket, on top of it, praying. Look at the stained glass. That's his family. He's having a moment of like, I need to meditate and pray and have this moment to understand the magnitude of what I'm stepping forward into. He's like, I could come home and be safe, or I might come home a dead body and I will end up in this casket. Like, that's the story of that card. This card came out with this card. So it's really like, this card already means he's about to go to war, but first he's feeling the peace of his home and reconnecting and meditating on why he's even going to war in the first place, what he wants to protect, what he wants to care about. This is the solution, to meditate on that, so you can be prepared to take action. Get it? It's not just meditate on that. It's meditate on that which prepares you to take action. The Page of Swords is not moving yet. The Page of Swords, this is the solution. The Page of Swords hasn't taken action yet. The Page of Swords is ready to go, though. The Page of Swords is ready to strike if they need to, and you will do that in August. But this month, it's going to be enough just in you meditating on what actually matters to you, why you actually care, and that is going to pump you up and prepare you for this movement that's happening in your life. The final card in the solution is Chaos and Conflict, our favorite. So Chaos and Conflict is the card that reminds you things might be confusing now. It might feel like there's dust all around you. But understand, that is the dust that is the result of a massive life transformation. I know I tell the story of this card all the time, and I'm about to do it again, because this brown horse never felt accepted by its community. This brown horse has never met another animal that looks like it. This brown horse thought it was alone as a unique species. It has been alienated and in solitude its whole life. And then all of a sudden, it starts having this negative physical experience, feeling like a manifestation of chaos and conflict in its life. And all of a sudden, everyone around him starts saying, "Hey, you're a zebra? Hey, you're a zebra?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a brown horse that's never fit in anywhere, and there's no one like me, and this is my life." And everyone's like, "No, you're obviously a zebra." But the horse is too consumed by the chaos and conflict of this transformation that he can't quite see that final picture yet. And so you may find that other people can see the final picture at the end of this month before you do. Just because you're feeling that like there's chaos and conflict in your life, just because you're feeling like there's this chaos and conflict of transformation in your life, is not a bad sign when it's in the cards. Okay? And while you are focusing on the chaos and conflict, do not be surprised if your community / soulmate / partner / besties / next chapter of amazing people in your life, they're going to recognize you before you recognize them. Okay? They're going to recognize you before you recognize them, so don't be surprised next month, right? Or at the end of this month, if people start really putting words to what you are stepping into before you. And that's going to be awesome, especially because first we got to deal with the fact that there are people around us who do not deserve friendship with us and who God is kicking out of our lives. So at least in the solution, we can understand that God is not asking you to exit the chaos and conflict. Despite feeling the chaos and conflict of this transformation that's happening in your entire life, understand that it is advised for you to find your peace amidst the chaos and conflict, to find your security and to realign with your soul purpose as much as you cognitively can. Okay? Some things God is keeping a secret from you on purpose. But there are some things with a little prayer, meditation, and allowing yourself to feel peace in your body, allowing yourself to get ready to take action, knowing that first God has to finish moving you. God has to finish changing you before you can actually really make this change as the zebra. So July is a month of transition. July is a month of transformation. Starting in August, there's going to be new characters in your life that entered in July. As well, in August, you're going to find that there are characters in your life that that used to be in your life that are no longer in your life anymore. And so This transition, remember, we've got a Tower card in the mood, a Devil card in the challenge, and chaos and conflict in the solution. So it's like the stakes are going to be higher. There's absolutely going to be some uncomfortable and jagged type of energies to navigate. But amidst that, you are absolutely being blessed, protected, and moved into your higher vibrational timeline. You are being moved. All you got to do is, be the naked baby, happy on the horse. Woohoo, let's go. Woohoo, let's go. As you're passing by people who are trying to convince you to give up on your dreams. Woohoo, let's go. And then all of a sudden you start feeling chaos and conflict and things get uncomfortable and you start to doubt yourself. Don't. Because you got this reading. You understand that a little chaos and conflict means a disturbance. And a little disturbance is good, because if I want to change something in the physical, if it is stagnant and not moving, it is very hard to change. But if you add a little vibration, if you shake things up, if you add a little movement, it's easy to change and move things because it's already moving. So you can move the things because it's already moving. All right. So God's going to get things moving first, and then things are going to start changing and changing and changing. You're going to feel the rumble. You're going to feel the rumble. Okay. You're going to see the chaos and conflict. You're going to see the Tower cards in action. But you must remember where your anchor is. And where your anchor is letting God move you, is staying in the optimistic trust, staying listening to the inner compass and letting God move you forward and away from all that no longer resonates. It's going to feel weird around people who do not match your sun card energy. So maybe deny their invitations. Maybe don't go out with them. Some people are going to be tempted to get into codependent exchanges and restart addictions, and it's a bummer, but that's what happens when you are not in alignment with who you actually are. So it might be a little disorienting having these characters being moved out of your life when you're not moving them out of your life. You might be guided to move away from them, sure, but you are not physically extracting them from your life. God is doing that. God will also move you forward and away from them, but you will not have to be the one who does the kicking out, okay? God's going to do that. You're not going to be the one who has to do the breakup. Like, God is going to do that. I feel a lot of spiky and exciting energy this month, but there is a very peaceful undercurrent that I want you to start to become aware of. And this peaceful undercurrent is preparing you for action, honey. This peaceful undercurrent is only preparing you for action. It's not making you take action yet. There's a natural motivation that will be coming. And this natural motivation that activates, you're going to naturally move with it. So I'm not saying that you're not moving forward. Okay. It's just that you might be a little surprised by the characters that God brings in and out of your life. And I hope that you will heed this morning that there's going to be a little bit of that. You can't see why God is making things so different and why God is creating so much change. But by the end of the month, your soul family and the higher vibrational plane is going to start to recognize you and call to you, which is going to be really nice. So hang in there for that. Take a deep breath and repeat after me. As I move forward, I accept my higher timelines. I accept these downloads that bring me into greater peace with myself. I allow God to move me and to make changes in my life to keep me in alignment with my highest good and my highest vibrational reality. I accept all the blessings, abundance, bliss, love, joy that God has for me, that the universe has for me, and I welcome it into my life, even from unexpected places. I open myself to the unexpected reality that is better than I could have ever imagined. And so I let my imagination open and expand so that I can step into the unexpected with an open heart and optimism. There's a peace inside of me and I continue to anchor into it. It is my birthright. There's a peace inside of me. I continue to anchor into it. It is my birthright. There's a peace inside of me. I continue to anchor into it. It is my birthright. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Sorry, I rushed through those lawful affirmations. Let me pray for you a little bit. I pray that you continue to be blessed and protected by God. I pray that you continue to feel love and light shining over your heart, shining over your family and your life. I pray that any separations that occur in your life bring you closer to God and bring you closer to the feelings of love in your body. I pray that God, Jesus, and the angels cover you, protect you, and lead you away from unsafe or destructive environments. And I pray that God continues to fill your heart with love. I pray this love in your heart can move you forward and that you can experience the bliss, love, joy, and abundance that you've always wanted. I pray these things for you now and forever. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me in the session, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, my dears.